I had a choice of two secondary schools to go to in Essex. One was called Simon Drapers, one was called Rabs Cross, and that was near where I lived in Hornchurch. And most of my friends are going to a school called Simon Drapers, because it's right directly behind my school Saturns. And I went there, and it was great. I remember going to year 7, I had a little bit of fear. You know, you do, you go from this wrapped in cotton wool year 6 to this great big environment of year 7. But I remember I got there and I found my feet. And then I got into year 8, and that's when I started to mix with boys that were smoking. And I started to sort of like knock about with them. They were like, "Oh, you anyone not smoking?" I was desperate to fit in. Some of the boys were a little bit older, year 9s and that. I remember I took the cigarette, and it tastes awful. I give it back. I thought, how do people smoke? You know, a few weeks later, now I'm smoking. And I just think I look pretty cool. A cigarette in when I was 12, I look ridiculous. You know, but no one ever told me that.
I had my first fag when I was 14. I took it from my uncle. He left a packet around my nan's, and it was just lying there. So I thought, oh, I'll take one and give it a go. I went home, hung so far out my window, I nearly fell out. I had one bit, and I thought, no, I can't do this. I practically choked to death on it, and just put it straight out again. Then about a week later, I was just getting something out of the cupboard, and I happened to find a packet in there. It must be my mum's, and I took one. And I thought, oh, again, I'll give it a go. Stupid me, think it'd be better the next time round. And I happened to quite like it, like the entire thing. I felt so ill afterwards though. But then I guess since then, I've just been smoking since, to be perfectly honest. I can't get enough.
But life was still alright really. I was smoking, I was still attending school. I quite liked school, to be honest, when I was a kid. You know, academically I was quite bright, and football was my life. Until one day, I got introduced to weed, cannabis. And my boy first offered it to me, and I was a little bit scared, and I said no. And then I started hanging about these boys that were smoking weed. It's the same situation with a cigarette, and I took it and I tried it, and there was a bit of a problem. And the problem was I quite liked it.
The first time I got high, it was quite a funny experience. I'd say I'd probably do it again, but I'm not addicted to anything.
So I ended up in a school called a PRO, Pupil Referral Unit. It's like a centre where kids from different schools from all over East London, Essex went. And when I got there, to be honest with you, it was like a bomb going off, because I met a group of boys just like me, really dysfunctional, love smoking cannabis, and was just totally like, you know, anything up to no good, we loved doing it. I lasted 6 months in that PRO, and I got chucked out of a group of boys. There was about 9 or 10 of us. We ran around Romford, and that's where we become a gang. And at first it didn't seem like a gang, you know, we give ourselves this little name, and there weren't many gangs in years ago, but we started to fight other groups of young men, and it became quite violent. I got to the age of 21, I was to become really high in the gang, and it was that point where I was going to a lot of parties, and it was a Saturday night. I went to the party and got involved with some guys, and then bumped into this guy half knew and got introduced to heroin. And this guy offered it to me, and curiosity got the better of me. I was 21, and I thought, I've been taking drugs for years, I'll be alright. And I took it, and I tried it, and there was a problem. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Blew me away. One night I thought I was in heaven, and unknown to me, it was gates to hell. 1 year later, I'd lost 5 stone, sold my Rolex. None of my gang got nothing to do with me. None of my family see me. I'm now knocking about with heroin addicts around Barking, East Ham. After 1 year smoking it, I started to use syringes, little ones. I used to knock about with guys. I started injecting in my hands. Yeah, looking back, you know, my mum, I hadn't seen her for years, and you know, I was quite close to my family. And then I was in Romford one day, committing some crime, just about to get on the train. She come walking past me in the street. She looked at me in the eye and walked straight past me, and she didn't recognise me. She didn't say hello to me. I'd lost 8 stone in 5 years, half my body weight. A year after that, I robbed my mum's house, took her stuff when she was out one night. And then one night I robbed a couple of dealers, went round a crack den. The stuff I'd robbed was pure heroin, injected it, bang, overdose. I didn't realise the stuff I'd nicked, so I hadn't cut it up yet. One part of it was pure, the other part had little deals. And I died in the flat, I had a cardiac arrest. I woke up hours later, all doctors around me, done a defibrillator, started my heart again. When I went to hospital, I woke up, I realised what happened, and the doctor went to me, he said, you can't go, you know, you've got to stay here. I went, why? So I went to leave. He went and got blood poisoning and septicemia. He said, I need to treat you for 2 days of antibiotics, plus he said, you've got pneumonia, that'll kill you, and I'm going to cut your left leg off. He said, stay in the hospital for 2 or 3 days, I'll save your life, get rid of the pneumonia, we'll get rid of the septicemia, we'll try and save your leg. So all I had to do was stay in hospital for a couple of days, and I got up and left, because, see, when I overdosed, the bag of drugs I'd robbed, I'd left it on that floor in that guy's house. I knew he'd found it. Well, even though he called the ambulance for me, I know in 2 or 3 days he's going to sell it and use it. He's not going to keep it for me, he's a drug addict. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I rushed round in my bad leg to get it. When I ran it, I don't know what I did, I stopped and I walked past the police station. Same police station, I cut my wrists and done other stuff. And I was wanted. And I remember, I stood there and I thought, you're going to die in 2 days. Go to that police station, give yourself up, get the treatment you need. And I remember I hobbled into the police station. I don't know how I did it. And I walked up to the desk and I couldn't even speak properly. I just cried. I just cried like a baby. I just said, help me. I've had enough. I got a daughter, and long story, 19 years ago I met my mum, or years and years ago, and what happened was I was off the drugs for about a year before this 8-year period, and I got her pregnant. When she was pregnant, 5 months, I left her. I relapsed. I got back on the drugs. And she phoned me up. She said, why don't you come home? I said, I'm back on the heroin. She said, what do you mean? She said, won't mean a baby. I said, I'll get rid of it. And I was really spiteful and horrible to her. Anyway, I didn't see her again. And then about 3.5 months later, I was in prison again, in Pentonville. And she found out, wrote me a letter. I let her come to the jail. She went, I'm still pregnant. I gave birth in 2 weeks. Please let me come and see you. You know, if I can come from that dark place and being in the gutter, homeless, legs hanging off, having absolutely nothing, everyone hated me, to today being clean, being sober. I don't see my family as much as really I should. I see my mum a couple of times a year, but she forgives me. So, you know, all these people sort of like forgiving me, and, you know, I've got a cool job today, and going around sharing my story with as many kids as possible, right, before I get old and boring is important. It's important, you know, I don't want nothing from this, right, apart from, you know, being a bit of a pioneer and waking people up.